Hello friends, welcome back to She's in Your Apron. Today I'm going to take you along as I make some slow cooker freezer meals. Today I'll be sharing with you barbecue chicken street tacos, Asian shredded beef, barbecue meatballs, and chicken enchilada soup. According to the cookbook, you can freeze this up to 6 months in your fridge freezer and 12 months in a deep freezer. For these barbecue chicken street tacos, you will need 4 small boneless chicken breasts, 2 cups of barbecue sauce, a 15-ounce can of black beans, a chopped red onion, or a half of one depending on the size of your onion, corn tortillas, and to garnish, some shredded cheddar cheese and chopped cilantro. To prepare to freeze these, of course I'm going to mark my bag with all the cooking directions and anything I need to add when it's time to cook. To my gallon Ziploc bag, I'm going to add the 4 boneless chicken breasts, your 2 cups of barbecue sauce. I actually used 2 cans of black beans in this recipe and it was perfect. 1 can would have been too little. I drained and rinsed my black beans and then added them to the bag. But according to the freezer directions that the cookbook has, it just says a 15-ounce can of black beans, so you probably don't even need to drain them, but I did anyway. Add your chopped onion. Then I'm going to mix this all together in the Ziploc bag and then get all the air out. When you're ready to serve this up, thaw in a fridge overnight, then add this to your slow cooker. In the directions on the bag, I did say to add a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of water to thin out the sauce. So in your slow cooker, add about a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of water. Set your slow cooker on low for 8 hours. If you're gonna make this just for the first time straight in your slow cooker, spray your slow cooker, add your chicken breasts, rinse and drain your beans, add your chopped onion, your 2 cups of barbecue sauce, and add your 1/4 to 1/2 cup of water. Set your slow cooker on low and cook for 8 hours. When it's done, shred the chicken and make yummy street tacos. Add any condiments you want. Derek really enjoyed this. He likes to add sour cream. I also liked putting the green onions on this as well. Serve up and enjoy. Next we have Asian shredded beef. You'll need a 2-pound beef chuck roast, salt and pepper, a 1/3 cup of hoisin and soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar and honey, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. For a garnish, you can use some sliced green onions. Again, get your bag ready and labeled up with all the cooking directions. And in a mixing bowl, whisk together the hoisin sauce, soy sauce, rice vinegar, honey, sesame seed oil, ground ginger, and crushed red pepper. To your gallon Ziploc bag, add your 2-pound beef chuck roast. But before I did that, I salt and peppered both sides. Added that into my bag and poured all that yummy Asian sauce on top. Remove as much air as possible and seal. Thaw overnight in your refrigerator. Pour this into your slow cooker and cook on low for 8 hours. If you're gonna add this straight to your slow cooker and not freeze it, again, salt and pepper both sides of your chuck roast. Mix all your ingredients and pour it all over your chuck roast. When it's done cooking on low for 8 hours, shred it up. This you could serve up in so many ways. You could have this over rice and serve with veggies. You could actually put it in a hoagie roll and drizzle some of that sauce on. Shred up some lettuce and have it on top of that. This one is very versatile. It is so yummy. You could even throw it over a salad. This had a little kick to it and it was delicious. Let's make some slow cooker barbecue meatballs. You will need about a pound of pre-cooked frozen meatballs. I'm working with a 2-pound bag, a 1/2 cup of beef broth. The original recipe calls for 4 servings. I doubled this. Instead of a 1-pound bag of pre-cooked frozen meatballs, I used a 2-pound. 1/2 cup of beef broth, 1 small white onion chopped, 15-ounce can of crushed pineapple. I can only find 20-ounce can, used it all. 2 cups of barbecue sauce, 1 tablespoon honey, 1 teaspoon minced garlic, and salt and pepper. Okay, to prepare for the freezer, fill out the cooking directions onto your Ziploc bag. To your freezer bag, add your frozen pre-cooked meatballs, and it says do not add the beef broth before freezing. Well, I didn't read that all the way through and I added mine in. I don't see how this would make a difference, so I just threw it all together. 2 cups of the barbecue sauce. Open and drain the can of pineapple. This part I did not do. I just threw the juice in there as well, and it turned out great. A tablespoon of the honey, a teaspoon of the minced garlic, your chopped onion, and then remove all the air as possible and seal. Okay, when you're done getting all the air out, put it in your freezer up to 6 months. Thaw overnight. Then you can add your beef broth into the base of the slow cooker and then add your meatball sauce. Set on low and cook for 4 hours. I did it a little backwards, but it will be fine. If you're just going to cook this up instead of freezing it, add your pre-cooked meatballs and chopped onion. Pour the beef broth around the meatballs. In a large mixing bowl, whisk together the crushed pineapple, the barbecue sauce, honey, and minced garlic. Pour this sauce over your meatballs and onion and set your slow cooker on low and cook for 4 hours. This will go great with some rice and veggies. It's very tasty. We really enjoy meatball recipes. Make sure they're the beef meatballs and not the Italian. The taste will definitely be a little different. And lastly, we have slow cooker chicken enchilada soup. You will need 3 boneless chicken breasts, a 15-ounce can of pinto beans and black beans, and a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, 1 packet of taco seasoning, a tablespoon of chili powder, 2 cups of chicken stock, which is a whole can, and salt and pepper. If you're going to make this into a freezer meal, open up all your cans along with 1 can of tomato paste. For a garnish, you can use some Monterey Jack cheese. Even some cilantro would be good. Okay, to prepare to freeze, again, you can mark a big gallon Ziploc bag, or you can use a container. Open up all your cans, and then to your Ziploc bag, add your chicken breasts, your beans, your tomatoes, and your tomato paste. Then sprinkle in your taco seasoning, your chili powder, and your chicken stock, and salt and pepper to taste. Give it a good mix in the bag. My tip for you is to have this one standing up in your freezer and not laying down. So if you don't have a container and need to use your Ziploc bag, stand it up in the freezer so that way there's more room to expand with this soup. Again, this can last in your freezer for 6 months and your deep freeze for 12. When you transfer this to the slow cooker, add about 3 or 4 cups of hot water and then cook on low for 8 hours. I used 3 cups. Same thawing directions overnight in the fridge. If you're gonna make this recipe straight to the slow cooker, open all your pinto beans and black beans and tomatoes and green chilies and tomato paste. You don't have to use tomato paste if you wanna go straight to your slow cooker, but it definitely won't hurt. Just pour all your ingredients in, sprinkle in the seasonings, give it a good mix, and add your water in as well. Set your slow cooker on low for 8 hours. Then you will shred your chicken and mix it all up in your soup. You can season it more with salt and pepper if it needs it. Pour yourself a bowl and garnish with your Monterey Jack cheese. This is super delicious. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. The recipes are super yummy, delicious, and easy. I hope this inspired you to make some slow cooker dump recipes. I have lots more freezer meals and make-ahead meals coming up for you, so stay tuned. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you soon. Bye.